Good morning. Good morning for me anyways. Beautiful day out here in Sonoma County, and we're back here on the slide job. In the previous video, we stripped the site, pulled the stumps, dug the keyway, installed the keyway drain and the outfall piping. And in this video, we're going to be starting the benching process, where we're benching in and filling this keyway and stair-stepping this slope back up using the native material, and we're going to be importing some fill material from just down the street. Fortunately, the rock quarry is literally 3 minutes away from where we're at, so that's going to make it nice. But Andy's on the compactor right now, the geotechnical engineer's down below, and we're going to run some compaction tests here in a second, but it's packing in pretty good, and we're going to get after it. There goes Grant. He's going to be bringing in just a few more loads this afternoon. We have lots of import to bring up here for this job, but everything's going great. As you saw in that time lapse, the benching process and how we're taking that dozer across, cutting material off, and then taking that material that spilled down and spreading it out, moisture conditioning it, picking roots out, and then compacting it. And we're working these lifts in and anywhere from 8 to 12 inches at most, but hitting it as long and hard as we need to with that compactor, and we're getting good compaction. The geotechnical engineers been coming out recently once every morning, but they're going to try to start coming out a little bit more frequently than that, because we are building this fill up about 5 to 6 feet per day. I think it's probably a little bit more than that, but yeah, it's going great. Lots of dry topsoil. When we start a new cut going across, it just spills lots of dry dirt that still has a little bit of grass in it, and lots of roots, but we're picking it out of there. I would say that's just probably about the worst part of this whole thing, is just dealing with that dry material. It just takes a lot of water. But once we cut down through, I would say 4 feet of it, we get down into the lower soils here, where we see a little bit more of that mottling, where you get the gray and the rust kind of colored dirt. All that, the moisture's right there. We might add a little bit of water, but we're trying to be 3% over optimum, and we're getting it, we're compacting it, and everything's going good. So end of my day here today, day 11, and we'll get back after it tomorrow. All right, so we got a fun little project today. We're waiting on the soils engineer to get here because we're gonna be putting our drain in here. We're just verifying with him we're at a good elevation for that. But what we want to do is, because we're not wanting to push material up this hill anymore, and we have over 2,000 cubic yards of import. So what we are attempting to do with some of these logs here is make a little ramp and support the left hand side of the shoulder there, so that the 10-wheeler can back up and not really drive or back down a ramp, but just get to where the truck could level up and dump a load of dirt out, and then we can start pushing that dirt, you know, down into here or across for filling in the rest of this mountainside. So we got this little log skidding project. We're going to try to get that big one up here, up against some of these other stumps and that other log that I set up, so that it's like a downhill support of some fill dirt. So we're gonna give it a go here. Hopefully the 080's got enough lifting power to get the butt end of this log. It's still pretty heavy. I thought it would be a little bit drier, but you know how logs are. If you don't buck them into rounds, they pretty much stay wet. So we're gonna give it a go. Got our little logs placed up there, got this bench cut out, and soils engineers approved our elevation for our subdrain through this area. We got our outlet section here, 45-degree elbow marked out. But let's go up here and take a look at these logs and how they laid in there. Getting some pipe put together, getting ready to make it happen. So yeah, that'll give us a little something to put some moisture conditioned dirt up against and pack it in right there, because our goal is back that 10-wheeler up like right through here and be able to dump it and then push that material down into the bench area. But yeah, I mean, the logs mostly just help prevent a lot of dirt from just spilling down the hill real far. So got the street saw cut as well, and this is what we're cutting out to. This is where that concrete retaining wall footing is going to go. It's a 5-foot footing, and the wall starts all the way on the one side. That retaining wall footing is going to have a 7-foot confinement with our 2-to-1 slope coming up to it. So yep, looking good. Gonna get started on trenching out this drain. Just going to top this trench off all the way up to the top, and trying to do this single-handedly. Oh, we're pretty good. Turn it a little bit like that. There we go. All right. Took a look at our drain install. That's our midway subdrain right here, and inspector's all good with what we've done. Behind me is the uphill end with this 45 coming up. We're just going to put a cap on that, and then all the way at the other end to the left of the dozer is the outfall. Again, 1% fall on the trench bottom and 1% fall on the pipe. The pipe is elevated up off the bottom of the trench by about 2 inches. And now we're just going to get back to moisture conditioning and spreading dirt and lifts and getting it compacted. For this video, this is what I really wanted to show you, get you guys an update up to this halfway point right here, and show you this drain going in. Yeah, next video will probably be when we get up a little bit higher. We got some drainage going in up against that cut. The very top cut against the driveway is going to be pretty tall. It's going to be 15, 20 foot vertical cut probably in there. And but yeah, wanted to say thank you guys for watching, and be safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. Over now.